Morning all. So it's been a couple of weeks since my last video, which I apologise for, but not that nothing has been going on. It's just I had a dreadful cold for quite a while, and that really put me off riding a bit, and I was really croaky from that, which obviously made my voice not very appealing to listen to. But looks like I'm pretty much over it now. A couple of weekends ago we went to a comedy club in Brisbane called the Sit Down Comedy Club, because you go sit down to watch stand-up comedy. And a bloke from work told me about it, because he'd been there during the week and had seen a couple of gigs, and they had hinted that on the weekend they were going to Yeah, sorry. So they hinted that they were going, on the weekends they were going to have a late night session, and that one of the comedians that was going to be there was going to be Will Anderson. Now he's quite a famous Australian comedian. He's been on TV quite a bit, and he's quite witty, but you know, he does his own tours and everything, so he's quite well known, and he's got his own shows and stuff. So this late night session was only going to be $15, and I thought, oh, well, that's a pretty good deal. Like, Will wasn't going to be the only act there, so you know, even if the other two or three comedians were a bit of a dud, I mean, shouldn't be going wrong with Will, should we? So I thought, yeah, why not? Not much money. So we went to the comedy club, and I think it was at 11 p.m, so it was quite late session, and settled in, and we were actually quite close to the stage, and the host came out, and he comes out with his drink, and you could tell he had his squinty little face. You could tell straight away he was he'd had a smoke or two out the back before he came on, and he was quite high. I thought, oh, okay, that's interesting. You know, he was really good, and he sort of he just sort of worked the crowd a bit, and pretty much got us in the mood. And then there were I think two comedians who did a set each, and yeah, they were okay. It was kind of about one guy mostly talked about sex, and the other guy talked about culture, and also about a swimming pool sized pond, which was interesting. Anyway, so yeah, that was decent. They were quite funny. We laughed a lot, and then the last session started, and that turned out to be Will Anderson turned up, and he had decided to do a joint gig with the host. And I say joint gig, just they both came out freshly stoned, and it was a strange feeling, because I mean, obviously they were really, really relaxed about it, and you know, they had no problem, and so okay, well, you know, I mean, they're free to enjoy themselves, but yeah, I don't know. We're watching the set, and it was kind of like you just dropped down to a friend's place and they'd had a smoke or something, and you were just having a laugh. It kind of felt like they hadn't really tried to put on a decent show. And I mean, they still had some very funny jokes that they came up with, and sort of basically bouncing gags off each other, which was amusing. And but you know, it's just still got the feeling that you know, that it was kind of like, well, you guys only paid $15. You don't really deserve a decent like a, you know, you don't deserve a full price show. And like Will was a bit of a mess. Like he presents quite well on television, but you know, he looked quite dishevelled, and he was just wobbling around all over the place and giggling, of course, and you know, it just wasn't sort of it wasn't obviously what you would get if you had gone to a normal type, at one of these normal shows, obviously. And yeah, I don't know, it was a weird feeling. And I talked to my workmate afterwards, and he didn't really see the problem. I mean, he still kind of said the same thing. Well, you know, you only paid $15. And you feel like you got your money's worth. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel like I did. But I mean, like I say, I mean, it just sort of felt like, actually, they probably said it best, because they actually joked that their set at the end was like an extra on a DVD. It's like a bonus that you kind of wish you hadn't watched, because it doesn't really add anything. Is it common for comedians to get stoned before they do gigs, or I mean, it's probably more common to get drunk, but do you think it would make them more funny? I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, if you've seen, I'd be curious if you guys have seen anything like this, and had any thoughts on it. Fucking hell.